Morning, guys. It's a little brisk here in Virginia this morning. Somebody forgot their pants. We'll make the best of it, though. So we got a bunch of stuff moving around. AJ's been shuffling tires and wheels. We got a photo shoot to do for Mickey Thompson today. Just got the Bel Air unloaded. That car went to the show this weekend. Every time we walked by, people were staring at it. That's a good-looking freaking car. I don't care if you're 20-year-old or 120-year-old. The car's got a good stance and it's not gaudy with the tires and wheels, but I could also picture it with some old school. If it had the old school wheels on it still, with that motor under the hood, that bone stock interior, dang if it wouldn't be a sleeper, like a legit sleeper. We shuffled around a couple of the trucks out front. Got some stuff moving around over there. AJ, how did 3+3 do? Good, okay. So 3+3 is officially ready. You guys will see that. I think Christian already got it on the web, but didn't have a price. It came out of service yesterday. And just so you guys know, that's not an over-the-top, lifted tires, wheels, and all that. But it's still taking us almost a month to get that truck ready with all the little nook and cranny bull crap. We had to order a sensor because it is a TBI. It is a 91, last year of that body style. And things don't always come as quickly as possible. So we're coming out here to this Ranger. I tell you guys all the time, and I want to reinforce it, when it comes to prices and things, we try to be very spot on. Now, of course, everything's relative to what you think something's worth. But on our late model trucks, this was a 2020 Ranger with 45,000 miles. We had somebody click the button online and buy it, and it's gone. All we have to do is put the title in it, put the key in it, and dispatch the driver to come pick it up. And that's it. We're paid. No phone calls, never spoke to this person before at all. It was all done online, clicking a button and doing the deal. And of course, one of the reasons we can do that is we do have titles in-house. We have our paperwork proper. Everything's good. So we'll take our little key tracker off. We'll take our little thing here off. We'll put the key in it. We'll put that in it. We'll park it, send them a picture. We're done. We're funded, paid. It's crazy how easy it is to do business in this day and time. We've also got this BMW that we're getting ready to wash up. We got a customer coming to test drive this one, and I think that's going to work out. We also have, this is the father-in-law of this customer is coming to bring a brand new Superduty to go up to the shop to get lifted. He's literally put 40 miles on it and is already getting lifted, so that's pretty cool. But anytime you guys see something, obviously we're here, we answer the phone, we do the best to give you information, but the other side of it is this is a world that evolves around ease and quickness and no confusion. And there's a perfect example. Like, I would never expected it. If my dad was still here today, he would not believe it. But started probably a couple years before COVID, and then through COVID, I've told this story 1,000 times, but it never gets old. We would come in, Mom would open the computer, or if we got in before her, we'd open the computer and just go through a list of ones that sold overnight that we never communicated, never talked to anybody. They bought them, some of them online transactions like this one through a dealer-to-dealer auction. Some of them were eBay, but it was just nuts to see, you know, whether it's going to be 2 or 5 or 6 or 9 or 1. But that's how most of it went. And then, of course, the normal day came, the phone calls came, the customers came, but so much online transaction. It was insanity. Like, I just can't even believe we lived through that time. So getting a few things wrapped up for SEMA. Just was down with Daniel and Brian yesterday at the shop looking over the new build, the new truck, and got some other information through Mickey Thompson yesterday as well for some exciting news there. But me and AJ getting ready to jump in this, pull it out, get the car out for cleaning. We got to run, drop off a couple vehicles, pick up a couple vehicles, and we'll be back in just a second.
All right, guys, today got one for you Ford lovers. Absolutely beautiful, restored, short bid F-150. Single family owned, probably one of the best restorations we've seen on one of these trucks. Super clean, top and bottom, inside and out. Customer, local guy, wanted power steps. So, gave them the treatment like you know us for. And we're thinking about putting these into production. Any of you dent side guys, let us know if you'd be interested in that. It's definitely on our radar. We haven't forgot about all of you. Let us know in the comments if it's something you'd like to see in the future. Thanks, guys.
All right, here's a little walk around on this Jeep. This is a 2007 Sahara Wrangler Unlimited 4-door. That is a single owner, garage kept since brand new, locally owned vehicle. Color matched hardtop, alloy wheels, original equipment, Bridgestone tires that are like new. Not only did this customer own and keep this vehicle indoors, same owner actually had this Corvette right here. Corvette is, I believe, a little bit older with only 17,000 miles. And it is a manual shift, tan interior, also extra clean and always garage kept. Both units freshly serviced and inspected on Friday, just before getting them over here to wash them, clean them. Haven't even washed the Corvette yet. Ridiculously nice clean interior. 39,000 miles. Does have the sound bar, power windows, power door locks, tilt cruise, automatic trans. $19,995 on this, and $19,995 weirdly enough on the Corvette too. So same price point on both cars, both vehicles. This Jeep right here though, even junker, wore out, rust bucket, 150,000 mile 4-door still bring over 10 grand. So for a nice, very well cared for, the only mark I see on it all is a little scuff right here, and that actually that'll buff right off. So disregard that. That'll wipe right off. Friggin' clean vehicle for 20 grand. Both of them are. The Corvette too. So AJ will be out here in a second. We're getting ready to video the Dually, and he just came back with one other. We'll catch that on the video here in a second. Hang tight, guys. So most might think it's funny that I keep coming back to this Cadillac limo, and yes, the other chrome wheel is in the trunk because it had a flat and we need to put it back on there. But I was driving this weekend. We went out to a festival about an hour and a half away from home, and we needed something to carry 2 families. Then we resorted to this. The 6-door was going out to paint. So next time you guys see the 6-door Ford, it's gonna look completely different. We took the wrap off. But I called Daniel, I was like, y'all ready to ride out there? He's like, yeah, we got the kids. I'm like, that's fine. We're gonna drive the limo. Now this is a 30,000 mile car. It's also by far the least expensive thing that we own. But we jumped in this car, the air conditioning worked, the heat worked. It took a little while to cool off, I will say that. But his wife and mine were in the back, 3 kids across the middle, me and him in the front, and we still had room for 2 more people. And there you go, car seat's still in here. I got in trouble for that because I forgot to put it back. But 3 people could have sat in the back, but they had their purses and all their stuff and plenty of room. And Tabitha was taking notes for a class she's working on, sitting in the back with her headphones on. Brady was up here. Blakely was in the middle. Austin riding. And me and Daniel in the front. And again, we rode an hour and a half one way and an hour and a half the other way with no problems in a $7,900, 39,000 mile car. And we couldn't have done it any other way. Because an SUV, we would have been crammed with 4 adults. If we had one other kid, which would have been normally with us, but she was off somewhere doing horse ride or something. But I don't know. Everybody thinks it's funny that I just give a crap about this car. But it is a good running, driving car. And it made the trip. It will not do a burnout. We did try that. It is front wheel drive. it won't do a burnout. But anyway, kind of funny, but I think we might wrap this thing and just take it for Christmas light tours and whatever else, because anything else we have that has that many seats, again, even an SUV would not have a bench in the front and usually would not have a 3-person bench in the middle. Doesn't give you enough room. That's why we love the 6-door trucks. And they're always 70, 80, 90, 100, $200,000 or $250,000 like the X Edition is. But I'm gonna run across the street. I'm gonna harass Christian real quick. We did some Mickey Thompson content earlier today. I think you guys are gonna see it on this video. Oh crap, he left. There he goes. All right, well, I guess I'm headed to pick him up. He left before I could get over there. Anyway, be back in a minute. All right, Alvin got the BMW cleaned up. Pretty sure this is gonna go to Virginia Beach. Check it out, AJ. Show them the BMW SUV that wasn't but 12 grand. I don't know why somebody did not jump on this within minutes of it posting. But anyway, it'll be headed its way to Virginia Beach, it looks like, and a brand new Superduty will be coming back for a lift. So one thing, pause it real quick. Okay, back. We've been having some technical difficulty with the mics and some other things, so AJ keeps reminding me to do a mic check, thank goodness. That way we don't record a 20-minute video and waste 20 minutes of our lives and nothing happens. So thankfully we've been on top of that. Jeep got cleaned up, brought you guys a little clip. Awesome, inexpensive Jeep. The GMC Squarebody, getting ready to take this thing for a little stroll. Show you guys under the hood real quick like. Have not touched it for cleaning. It's the next one on Alvin's list. Big block, air-conditioned truck. A lot of questions about, does the air condition work? How's it ride? We've not driven it, ridden it, or done anything. That's getting ready to happen. So, next on the agenda, the Bel Air is back from the event. Had a couple people stop by seeing it sitting out front and loved it. And another little change. The 17 by 12s we showed you guys yesterday have made their way onto the 71 orange and white classic pickup truck. And boy, do they look good. Now, we know you guys are not fans of big wheels. And this truck doesn't need a 17. It could run a 1512. It could run a 1612. These are 1712s with 35s. This truck could also run a 37. But the Baja Legend EXP Mickey Thompson tires were available. So we got those on here. We're getting ready to wash the blue off because we know you guys hate seeing the blue. So we're getting ready to wash the blue off. But what a great fitment and a nice combination because it doesn't look like a big wheel. It's nice and proportionate and clean, well fitted, got the little insignia stamp, and they're going to ride excellent. And while we're over here, you guys are going to ask because you're going to see this in the background. So this truck definitely skipped leg day today, but when it was sitting on the boggers, it looked amazing. This truck's got the decor stripes, Silverado 30, dark tinted windows, and it's back for a few little punch list items. The trim around the windshield was all chalked up and looked terrible and was coming apart and it was all brown. So we're replacing that front and back. Ran out of material today on the back. We got the front done, we get the back finished. He's got his tires and wheels sitting at home, polished Davis off-road wheels, 35 boggers. This truck did get the double Fox shocks. You also notice they got something hanging out there on the leaf spring. Well, that's because the motor's out of this truck. Customer ordered a blueprint engine, and they're installing that back home in their own fabrication shop. But this was a neat truck. It was an 80 factory 1-ton, Dana 60, 14 bolt. This is an awesome truck. And the customer had some punch lists. We were delivering one. I said, let's bring it back. He also requested we do a clay bar and a buffing on the paint just to bring it out a little bit. It had some overspray because while the motor was out, the firewall got painted and that some overspray came around. It happens. That's why we despise paint work. There's just so much to deal with cleaning and prepping. It's an art of its own. So we're taking care of doing some cleaning on this truck, clay barring, buffing, getting all that overspray off. Also, the paint will come out really clean. We'll get you some pictures of this one that's got the boggers on it. I'll see if AJ can find one before we post this video. It's also getting, most all his trucks have the dual steering stabilizers with the Fox shock, so it's getting a matching dual steering stabilizer, Fox shocks, and getting the differential covers polished up. And Alvin is doing a little detail on the inside. It does have the power drop steps, but let's show it because it is a white interior with the 80 kick-out speakers, which is super freaking cool. Again, I think we missed getting videos of this truck before it left. It was kind of in and out. Also got a custom billet style steering wheel with wood grain trim. It's a center console truck, bucket seat truck in white, red with white. I think we really screwed up by not getting more videos of this truck. Factory tack truck also. So really cool 80. If an 80, golly day. AJ just about ate it over that. 80s are 80 square headlights, a rare truck. So to be a 1-ton, to have the package. Now, gonna point out something else. Yellow trim. Obviously, this was more for a 77 or like a Bonanza or something like that. But it looked good breaking up the colors of this truck, so we left it. And I believe the original builder picked it that way to kind of mix it up too. So for you guys going to tangent about the wrong color trim, yes, we know. Well, while we're over here, cream and white truck was close to getting that Canyon combination. We almost slid them on there, but I wanted to throw them on the 71 truck just because we've been bringing you guys so much Squarebody stuff recently. But if you've missed this one, this is an LS truck with a super clean interior. It does have vintage air, 6-liter LS. We've got a couple different tire and wheel packages for this truck. David hadn't done his thing yet, so that's not bad. But David will be going over the doors on this truck probably tomorrow. But clean body, clean undercarriage, trims, racetrack trim all the way around, full springs front and back, got a good sounding exhaust, spray and bed liner, blazer style bumper, and it's a GMC. So a lot of people have been asking recently about GMCs versus Chevys. Now, turning it back a little bit, if you wanted to fake one, I got a guy that did settle on GMC because that's what his dad had. He said, I got to have a GMC, JW, and every truck you keep having is a Chevy. Only things you really got to change are tailgate badging and grill and side emblems. Doesn't make it a GMC versus a Chevy at that point, but those are really your main giveaways. So if you're trying to do a clone GMC, a couple emblems, a grill, and a tailgate will pretty much do it. Then you got one emblem on the dash. So I don't condone that but so much, but if somebody's trying to relive that exact truck, finding a Chevy versus GMC in those days, they didn't have all the craziness like today. Nothing interchanges today. GMC and Chevy are complete, total different from the body side of things. Drivetrain's very similar, but body's different. On the struggle is real side of business, it's been a great day, so I'm sure something's coming in the form of something negative. Well, I just had to put it out there because everything today has started, moved, deliveries were smooth, vehicles were picked up on time. Other than one, we still have a Blazer that we've had about 5 cancellations now, including one on Sunday that showed up with the wrong trailer. After we communicated the size and the width and the height, they still show up with the wrong trailer. I guess that's part of it. But no, doesn't last too long. So that little interruption I got there in that clip, that was Daniel. And some of the powder coated parts that just came back for the SEMA truck, the manufacturer did wrong. So thank goodness. And I asked him this because, guys, I know a lot of y'all are loving to tackle stuff at home and you don't understand. I've had a couple people be very impatient about like the power steps or the release of some different products and different things because their truck was scheduled for that and we were on the cusp of releasing it, so they wanted it. We're not going to, if we're going to manufacture something, and I say we, it's Daniel and Brian on that side of things, they're going to make sure it works. They're going to test fit it on multiple vehicles. They're going to test fit it on a GMC versus a Chevy. They're going to test fit it on a single tank, dual tank. They're going to test fit it on a 73, a 79, an 82, an 86 to make sure. This particular set of parts came from a very large manufacturer, and they're not even close to fitting. They're wrong. We can take that. Again, they can take that. You guys don't want to see my fabrication skills. I can cut some stuff apart, but welding it back together, not so much. But we have to cut what they've done, remake parts, re-weld it back together, and now re-powder coat it all over again. And now the truck's hanging in the air on the lift. So, and we're on a crunch. Drop it in here, AJ. SEMA crunch. So if somebody was doing this in their yard for their son or whatever, or you're doing it for yourself, and you're doing, even if you're doing it in your garage and you had some good tools, this would be a nightmare. I mean, this would be a manufacturer going back to the drawing board and completely redesigning. You might be talking months, if not a year. So it's kind of crazy how some stuff gets released, and I'm not knocking it. You're not going to hear me say a brand name, because I'm not going to do that, because mistakes can be made. This is a manufacturing problem. Like something got off in the tooling, and it's off. So there goes our day of everything being great. We do have a commercial business coming. Remind me while they're here, AJ. This company is probably one of the furthest back dated companies with our business, dealing with my father since the 70s. And my father would actually supply this construction company brand new vehicles. He'd spec order them, he'd get them, he'd deal with it, because the owner did not want to deal with a new car dealership. Despised it. Did not, even in the 70s, did not want to deal. So this is now going on a second generation business. And the current owner is coming down to look at a couple tow trucks. They're going to implement tow trucks in their business to haul piping and to haul racking and to haul some small machinery and to move some trailers. So a lot of people forget these are excellent for commercial use as far as that goes. We have several local customers. I'll give anyone that calls as a reference to say how efficient their business has gone since changing over to a rollback and just adding it to the fleet, plus a crew cab one. They can haul 5 guys and get stuff done. So that's pretty cool. I'll catch them on camera because I want some of the history. And it's sometimes Dad will sell them 5, 6, 7 vehicles at a time when they were updating their fleet. We got a lot of their used trucks. Matter of fact, we've got one of their used box trucks down there right now that we sold them brand new in 04. So anyway, on to something fun. Let's jump in that and go for a ride. We just jumped in the 80 3500 Sierra Classic Dually. This truck has been very popular online, and it definitely has the right kind of look. But the questions are, have you driven it? How's it ride? What's the gas mileage? Does the AC work? Does the tach work? Does the radio work? All valid questions. Happy to answer them for you. We're getting ready to figure it out right now. Turn the AC on. Radio works. Tachometer works. Let's give it a little rev. Speedometer works. Oil pressure works. Voltage gauge works. We'll hope and pray that the gas gauge works because we don't have time to stop. And the temperature gauge is starting to slightly come up. So I think we're good on all our gauges. The fan's working. Not sure that I heard the compressor come on. So we're probably looking at needing a charge on that. And it appears that both tanks work. And the gauge works. So next stop for this truck's going over to lights, changing the oil, doing some other things like that. So hopefully all that will go through as smooth as we think. It didn't leave any puddles on the ground. That's great news. So how does it ride? So that's a question we've been getting ever since we started modifying trucks. How does it ride? Well, I think this truck, for the first mile here, is driving pretty good. The steering wheel is centered really well. It's not pulling out of my hand. So I'm going to say it actually rides and drives pretty good. Now, is it a little stiffer than this truck would be if it was a regular dually? Absolutely. Part of that is because the sidewall of the tire is so low. The other part is the suspension travel has been limited tremendously. So those two things definitely make a difference. Getting ready to pass the shop. They got something getting dropped off up there. Check that out. It's a good looking square body up on the trailer. But idle's good. It's a basically original big block, the best I can tell. It might have a hint of like an RV cam. I'm going to call it a no on the AC. What do you think, AJ? I mean, it's colder than the outside air, but not by much. But for everything else, I think we're good. You could retrofit the AC over if it hasn't been done already. Not a big deal to give it a charge. Dang, I think the boys back there are about to scrap. Good looking truck getting dropped off at the shop. But temperature gauge has definitely come up now. It's in pretty much regular operating temperature. Oil pressure's holding good. At the stoplight it was about 30. It's just shy of 60 running. We got 14 volts over here, and our fuel gauge is working. Tax working, odometer is dead on. We're running speed limit, and we're running speed limit. We've hit a couple bumps through here that if this truck was lifted, it would have kind of shook us around a little bit more. Not bad. Not bad at all. So for a short sidewall compared to the sidewall it would have had and a lowered suspension, I think the drive part of it's really good. We do have some cracks on the dash, which you would expect. That does not look that tacky on this year truck as it does the newer generation trucks. It's got the little GMC hood emblem. And I always remember people talking about hood emblems lining up the back of the truck if they were doing a slide out or a donut or something. Make sure that thing was lined up. If it wasn't, you know your back end was spinning around. I don't think that theory was right. I think they were screwing with me when I was a kid, telling me make sure we keep that thing, because I'd always ride in the middle, make sure that thing was lined up. I think they were messing with me, AJ. But I don't think it really changes that much. Power windows work on both sides. AJ's got his window down now. Pretty quick also. Up, down. And David has not lubricated these yet. He will be lubing the doors, lubing the window tracks. And it looks like we may have a power lock button that doesn't work. Try your side. Yeah, so I think we're going to have a power lock issue. Thank goodness we only have 2 doors, so that's not too terrible. Wipers work. You got 2 speeds on these things. Slower and slow. Don't get caught in a big rainstorm. This road right here is actually where the off-road shop drives and does a lot of testing for shakes and shimmies and problems. We just went down one of the rougher roads and it's actually pretty darn good. So the truck does have a C-notch in the back. That bump was a little harsher, but truck does have a C-notch in the back. People don't understand what a C-notch is. You can do it one of 2 ways. You can do it the way your frame's gonna fall in half by simply cutting a C out of the frame. That way the rear axle can travel up and down in that C. Or you cut it out and you put a brace around it, then you don't have that problem. So the frame is not gonna fall in half because this does have a reinforced C under it. Overall, guys, for a $29,995 truck, just shy of 30 grand, to look this good, ride this good, to have floating center caps, a nice set of alloy wheels, I don't know what more you can really ask for. I don't know that we will get to these other little picky items prior to selling it. That's definitely not part of that price tag. If you're patient, I have no problem having it checked out. You guys know how that works. If you want to change things on this truck, you want to modify other things, obviously there's a cost that goes along with that, but have no problem doing it. But I don't know what you would really want to do. I think you'd be pretty thoroughly pleased with the way this truck looks, runs, drives, and operates. I mean, it doesn't have 1,000 horsepower, but it's got all of the 200 and some that GM gave it. It's not smoking, it's not stinking. And I didn't notice anything under it. Did you notice anything when you pulled out? Just a couple little drips? Yeah. So typical, just a couple little drips, but nothing extraordinarily problematic. So guys, we're going to give this one a thumbs up for a less expensive 1-ton Sierra Classic GMC, another 1980. Catch the speaker there, AJ, with the square speaker in the door. I don't know where people are like, you talk about them being rare and then you end up with so many of them. It's just a fluke. One there, one here. Dumb light. Look at that. Bam. Doesn't have the LED bulb yet. We'll try that too. Let's do it, AJ. Good thought. Let's knock out this thorough video today. I don't think so. The button doesn't feel like it's, yeah, the button's not sliding. So, yeah. I don't even know if you can still get that button. It's trying to move, but it's not moving properly. So, no go on that. But other than that, guys, solid bid floor. Does have a trailer brake in it? Oh, the wiring. Yep, sure does. And this would be freaking cool for towing a rig. And this is, once again, guys, this is bird crap. I think somebody's reconditioned the fenders a little, but that's some bird crap there. Maybe you're in a state that birds don't crap, but they do around here. And they happen to hit every single one of our clean vehicles usually. So AJ's going to shoot some pictures for a thumbnail. Hope that was worth waiting for, guys, because I'm pretty freaking pleased with that truck. Lots of pictures on the website, multiple other videos, but I've been promising a lot of y'all watching that you could get a ride and driving video, and there it is. It fired right up. Did you have to jump it, AJ? Nope. No dead battery, no major leaks. Ran, drove, operated, and I guess we ended up with inoperable AC, a power lock button, and the rear cargo light button. So not a bad checklist for an inexpensive truck that looks and drives and rides as good. So I guess we're going to wrap it today. I got a couple customers here I got to deal with. AJ's got a bunch of stuff to put away. Our local Snap-on dealer, John, over there, collecting his weekly payments probably. He's been a faithful tool guy, and for a lot of y'all that don't know, my uncle was a Mac tool guy. It's not a real fun industry. I guess you do meet a lot of people, but going around and collecting and doing things like that is not super fun. So he retired from that business. So you don't see a lot of Mac tool guys around here. Our Snap-on guy there is hanging in there, but I don't know how they deal with a lot of stuff, especially in the automotive repair industry. Turnover, changes, chasing. It's just not fun. Anything else we need to touch on today, AJ? We got it. We got a couple clips, got a limo clip, a couple other things. So hopefully you guys saw all that. AJ's gonna punch it together so we can get it loaded. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the support. Another fun day around Davis Auto. Another beautiful day. I don't know how long we're gonna be able to keep this great weather. We could, huh? AJ didn't get the memo. I was cold this morning, but now I'm thankful that I didn't. AJ's in jeans, and he's just recently shedded his hoodie. So, oh, we do have a couple holes in the front line to fill in, and we got a transporter showing up. Is that the same transporter that's supposed to be picking up the? All right, we'll be back, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I think they're here to pick the Ranger up, which has already been picked up. So, don't know how they're gonna figure that out or not figure it out. But again, thanks, guys. Davis Drives, Davis Auto Sales, Davis Off Road. Beautiful Richmond, Virginia. Thank you, guys. Click the subscribe and hit the bell.